I tell you what, I know that this is going to be a very, very, very special stream because already, before we even fucking went live, we have an incredible fucking conversation going on already in the comments right now. But before we get, I just got to throw this up. Before we do anything, we just got to say this: pickled Snoke.
Oh, hey, yo, I was thinking that. I was thinking that. I'm like, ugh, the color though.
Yeah, it looks like they were brining. They were brining and dining over there at that little fucking place. But anyway, what's going on, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top, and I am over here at Casa de Tank Top. We are doing Mando Monday live streams over here, broadcasting from Chicago, Illinois, and from down there in Tennessee. We got ourselves. I'm Sean. I know. At least I hope that you're at least kind of familiar with that. We got ourselves. What? Dustin. Yeah, I know. Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, Sean Tank Top.
Allegedly, Sean Tank Top. We got ourselves Dustin and Morgan over there. Casa de Drace. How you doing over there, Draces?
Fantastic.
Excellent. Glad to hear. We got ourselves our own Wikipedia over there. Maddie Lorian, how you doing over there, Maddie?
Wiki, great.
We're doing wiki great.
That's what you did.
That's what
Wikipedia.
I tipped it up and you just fucking knocked it out. There we go. And also a very, very special guest. We have one of my dear friends, and he's collaborated with us on the channel before. You know him, you love him. Emil, aka BrokeBoyGamer. Check out his YouTube channel at BrokeBoyGamer. Right now, he is a skit and a live stream extraordinaire, and we're very happy to have you back. It's good to see you, by the way, bud.
I have to diversify my bonds, like Wu-Tang International. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man. We're glad to have you, dude. It's good to be back yucking it up about nerd shit with you.
Hey, man. Hero shit, hero shit, hero shit, baby.
It's a little in joke for us over there. And if you know, then you know. But anyway, so just so everybody knows, we are going to be doing a full spoiler discussion of season 2, episode 4, chapter 12. The Siege. The Siege is the name of it. It's directed by Carl Weathers. And I think it was written by Favs. I think Favreau did the teleplay for this one too. And I thought it was like a pretty fucking cracking good episode, but I'm sure we'll get into all of our feelings about everything that happened this week or whatever. But just so it's a full spoiler discussion. So if you haven't seen the episode, fucking ski-daddle the fuck on out of here, partner, and go watch this episode, because it was actually really fun, and it had a lot more information that I think
this episode is the bridge from both the prequel series and the new one.
There's a little bit of that for sure, dude. Absolutely, and that's something that we're definitely going to get into. So make sure that you're cool with full spoilers and stuff like that. And also, if you guys want to join in the goddamn conversation, you can send us a super chat for any dollar amount. So we'll highlight your comment or question. So if you got a theory, if you got a hot take, if you just want to fucking buy us a cup of coffee because we're a bunch of out of work fucking industry motherfuckers that are just trying to make it on through this here pandemic right now, we would appreciate it. But if you want to get in that conversation, that is one way that you can guarantee that you will that we will talk to and address your things, because there's a lot. You guys always have an awesome conversation in the comments, and I can't always keep as on top of it as I would like. So if you want to make sure that we address something, just send us a super chat, any dollar amount. We really do appreciate it. What's going on? Oh, hi from Portugal. Oh my God, what's going on? Thank you so much. Beautiful. Yay. Thank you so much for coming by. Excellent. Oh my God.
Got somebody from Venezuela with crappy internet.
Venezuela
suffering through.
Oh man, I mean, absolutely.
Shout out to Venezuela.
I like this. Who the fuck is a Sean?
Listen, we've been trying to answer that question.
These are the age-old questions.
Absolutely. That's why I started this whole channel, is just to figure it out. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure it's a tank top with a person inside of it.
Right.
Or is it a person with a tank top inside of it?
Right. It's a tank top. It's a tank top with a person.
I love it. All right. Well, anyway, so just hit us up with those super chats if you want to get in the conversation and stuff like that. We're gonna get moving right along with this here episode, The Siege. General Kenobi thoughts. As our guest of honor for the week and stuff like that, BrokeBoyGamer Emil, I would love to hear your thoughts. What were your general thoughts? Like, was it good? Was it bad? What would you say if I hadn't seen it and I was just like, how'd you like it? What would you say?
I say, hey, big bro, Carl Weathers is the shit, dog. I say, I would have had the Black Power fist up the whole time I talked to you. Like, it was a great episode. It was important for us as a people. We needed that. But nah, bro, that fucking cute ass baby, my man's. I'm calling him Gene guy in that one scene. But like, the episode just had a lot of like things that I appreciate, and the fact that like Carl Weathers was behind it. Man, it was chef's kiss.
AKA, as I've been calling him, Chief Grief.
That's fire, dog. That's fire. Ooh,
I like that one a lot. But yeah.
It's just like each episode has been like giving you its own like special thing to make you appreciate the show more and more. And like Carl Weathers found his own slice of coolness. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. It was it was definitely a fun episode. One of my favorites in a long time.
Definitely. Right on. Hell yeah. Maddie, what are you thinking? What's your general Kenobi thoughts over there, dear?
I liked the last week more, but this was a great fun ride and I had a great time. Like, I wasn't mad about it in the slightest. I was just like, I kind of like took a little bit of a backseat. I was like, I'm just going to let this episode wash over me and have a blast. And I did have a blast.
I think it was one of those things because we were coming off of episode 2, certainly, which was fun, but had nothing to do with nothing. I mean, like insofar as we just learned what, a sociopath fucking Baby Yoda is. Like, just looking her dead in those eyes and eating those eggs. But like insofar as so I think we were kind of expecting that because we were just like, yo, Dave Filoni is directing episode 5, which means that's the episode that Ahsoka's gonna fucking show up.
Right,
and they got me right back in. Like, there are moments that I loved throughout the episode. I didn't hate a single moment on this episode, except for I did not care for some parts of some characters who were on the screen. But besides that, it was a great time. And right at the end, when you got that info dump, I was like, I'm there. I'm here.
Yeah, I think that it was one of those things where we were sort of priming ourselves for an episode 2 experience, but it ended, and then like once those pickled dudes or when they're trying to infuse the dudes over there with the in the tanks and shit, like, and we got a little bit.
We never say infuse the dude.
Ever. Infuse the dudes, man.
Infuse the dudes, man.
Hey, man, the dude knows.
Right, the dude.
Yodito knows.
The infused abides.
Yes.
So I think that I thought, so I think it kind of we were just like, okay, there's going to be Adventure Time. It's going to be whatever. And then like, it was like, no, like, here's some really fun stuff. And here's like some prequel stuff. So I thought it had a really good, it had a good kind of mix going on there. Draces, what did you guys think about it? What were your general thoughts on it?
I was super pumped because I was actually fully expecting like fun caper, but I was not expecting to learn anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so excited that they gave us like really juicy chunks of the story. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. I dug it.
I had go ahead, Sean.
Oh no, that was like there were some juicy chunks in those tanks, man. Like, I don't know what it was like. You know what I mean? Like, they're just all hanging out in there like these weird roided up Nosferatus that they got in there or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. Like,
I don't even know if those were the clones. The stormtroopers, like, their plumbing could have been broken. Maybe they were dropping dumps in those tanks.
Man, what a dump though, bro! It's like your fiber count is ridiculous, dog. Like,
that's like a hut. That's a hut-sized dump right there. If that's what they were. A hut dump.
I don't want to think about what a hut dump looks like.
It's half a hut. It's half a hut. It's Star Wars measurement.
He is a poop, basically.
What if his poops look like people's?
Oh man! Now we get
That's
next
galaxy
level.
brain shit.
That's
right
even worse. I get it.
Welcome to the Peloton. This is how.
Right? Oh, shit. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I think that you guys kind of hit the nail on the head as far as like it was a much more of a kind of a lore and a story progressing turducken inside of what I thought was going to be just like, we thought we were going to get another episode 2. We were like, it'll be whatever. It'll be.
Well, see, I had saw episode 3 and 4 back to back because I had missed it last week. So so obviously episode 3, you got the fucking Mandos, you got you know what I mean, like
the showed up.
Yeah, straight. Yo, man, she like shout out to them for like keeping the same actors from the cartoon and bringing it over. Like they doing the Lord's work over there, man. Far away, but like I truly enjoyed like that. So I definitely feel Maddie as far as being like after that, it's either if we don't get a continuation of what the storyline is already leading towards, then it's probably going to be a adventure of the week situation. But I appreciated like the good mixture between like, okay, you thought it was just an adventure of the week, and then we get back Horatio Sands' character again, get to like more of his story in general.
Right.
Then we also like towards the end, obviously everything starts to like just. It's also the IG-11 statue. Like it's just so much lore added to the.
It's like this was a side quest. You thought this was a side quest, but surprise, it's actually a main quest.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely informing a bunch of things that I think are going to be leading towards definitely, if not the end game of this series, certainly of this season.
It shows you the progression of time from the first season to this season, at the least, in this one episode.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100 fucking %.
But I can never tell based off of how like Baby Yoda looks. You know what I mean? I'm thinking it's all just a week later. But like them building the civilization in that town actually moving forward, like them turning that bar into a school. All these things show that time has moved, and like a lot comes with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm really happy that they gave Carl Weathers the chance to direct this because he doesn't really have he has an impressive pedigree as an actor, but as a director. He hasn't really done it.
He did Silk Stockings.
He's done a few things.
Multiple episodes of Silk Stockings.
A multitude, if you will.
Right.
So, like, it's kind of awesome that Favreau believed in him enough and was excited to have him on board enough that, like, he was a man of his word. He's like, yeah, if we get a season 2, we'll talk. And he let him do it. And that's fucking rad.
And look what you got, an awesome rad ass episode. So
and it was also cool because I definitely remembered this from like season 1, like where I like Carl Weathers. He seemed like he was always like a little like kind of stiff, or like I can't remember, somebody had said that like he kind of talks like a video game like cutscene sometimes. Like he'd be like, Mando, you are an absolute legend. It's good to see you. How would you like another job? You know what I mean? Like it was
very, like, NPC, right?
A little bit, yeah, kind of a little bit. And this one you could definitely tell, like, because that's the thing about like you watch any of the Rocky films, you watch Predator, you watch like all these Action Jackson, which we've done a Manly Movie Monday on, which is an absolute ball. The dude is like he is a charisma factory, and that bitch is running 24/7. He has limitless charisma, and like that's kind of what defined him as Apollo Creed and all of the other kind of roles that he was able to take on. And so it was nice to see him kind of like loosen up a little bit more. You can definitely tell, like, where he goes, like, no, when he's holding Baby Yoda, it's like, is he taking care of you? Is he feeding you? Obviously not enough because you're fucking hungry as fuck all the fucking time.
Right.
That's what we were all thinking.
Right. But it was so cute, though, because he was like, he said yeah.
Yeah, it was, I thought that charm and everything like that was definitely, like, on kind of full display.
I feel you.
And his vocal delivery is just on another planet. I swear.
Absolutely. No, I mean, like it was definitely like, it's, and I know that he's probably done a good amount of voiceover, but like, especially in this show, like I would just like give this guy like all of the opening scrawls of like back in time, in
like
the world.
Avatar.
I mean, like, you could do all exactly 100%.
Like Republic City.
I still think he's like doing a secret reprise of his role in like fucking Happy Gilmore, but that's just my own opinion. You know what I'm saying? I still think he's the same person. You know what I mean? Like he survived that fall. They froze his body. He made it out there.
And we know that in the Star Wars universe and in the Star Wars kind of like tradition, they like to cut motherfuckers' hands off.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm just like, is Chief Grief gonna lose a hand, and then like he's gonna have there's gonna be some character, Moff Gideon is gonna become like the new fucking alligator or whatever it is that he has.
Oh man! And shout out to somebody in the comments saying it's all in the hips. You right, bro? It's all in the hips, Mando.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's top of the line. Good shit, Patrick.
I love it. Okay, all right. Well, moving right along, we're gonna start talking about our favorite scenes of the episode. Emil, what do you think? What was your favorite scene of the episode that stood alone for you?
I think both of them are like pretty like as far as in the span of the whole episode. Some people may not agree. I'm a fan. I'm a slut for a good moment that makes you feel good. But seeing the IG-11 statue was like my favorite little thing to catch. I was just the fact that what that episode meant to me in the first season, and seeing that like there's a follow-up to that hit really heavy. But also like I really enjoyed like the Horatio Sands. There isn't a guardrail. like that's like the Blue Harvest fucking like Family Guy episode, but just like that type of like meta human, they gave it to him, the perfect person to deliver that line. Like I enjoyed those two specifically as my favorite moments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's well said. Yeah, they don't like the guardrails over there.
But like
against Imperial regulations, my friend.
But like, they ask for so much, but all they need, like, I'm not asking for a better helmet. I'm not asking for power. Just give me a guardrail as I attempt this life-threatening situation.
So while I'm trying to fucking send a text or whatever, while I'm clocking in and out of my stormtrooper job, I don't trip and fucking fall to my death.
Well, a strong ass, like usually like in the Death Star, that was like right there in the middle of a terminal of a fucking like jet engine. So like, can I have a guardrail to hold on to? So like now it can never be said in a galaxy far, far away if they not asking for guardrails. So that Horatio stands.
So there's like an AOC in Star Wars out there that is like that. We're talking about the guardrail New Deal, like where we need to get guardrails like all across the galaxy.
It's one dude like just chipping away.
No one asked where the money's gonna come from for these guardrails when we're talking about ships and guns.
Right, let the rebellion build the guardrails. Let the rebellion build the guardrails.
They're gonna build a wall the size of a guardrail.
100%. Maddie, before you choke on your beer, what is your favorite scene of the episode? What do you got over there?
Y'all might laugh at me, but for whatever reason, the scene that gave me the most serotonin was watching those biker scouts like hop on and like do the cliff driving thing.
They were so
I don't know
great.
why. Oh yes,
they were so
I get to watch
cool.
it again.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, it was great. I mean, like, we got a lot in these things where it's like, it's one of those, because obviously,
so
like,
satisfying, like the sound design, you just got that roar, and then like the way they like the physics bounced and like the way they were like zooming, I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah, right. Like, is that something that they've set up in fucking like? Because you got to think that if I'm sitting there and I'm just a dickhead sitting on my couch, you know, like, are they not trying to put together like one of those in like at like Disney or something
like a freaking
that?
Peloton? Like a VR Peloton. Oh my, yo.
That would be, dude.
Hey, Disney, hire me.
We would all have body fat percentages of like fucking like
0.0.
Yeah, like literally, like if that were the case.
Disney, call me. I have an idea for you. TM. It's mine. See, 100%. I just TM. I just did that, so now you can't have it. It's my idea. So you have to pay me.
That is the official rule for ideas. Just say TM 3 times.
TM. Yep.
Oh my god!
If you say it twice, it doesn't count.
No, it's like Beetlejuice.
Right.
Why'd you say that name?
Nobody say it any more times.
Right.
We will not summon by the end of the episode.
Right, totally.
But
any other ones? Any other scenes for you, Maddie?
I really enjoyed all of the macaron action. That was really nice. And also very funny.
Macaron. I might like this. I always fuck up macarons where I call them macaroons. Like I don't know why.
We'll call them macaroons. I'm gonna call it right now.
Macaroons. All right, macaroons. Hey, I'm gonna smack you down some learning.
Yeah.
Macaroons are the coconut shit that you make.
That's
for
right.
Christmas.
That's right. Oh, right.
Maddie, don't even worry about it. I'm not gonna eat either one. So you can.
Hey, word.
Save it.
But macarons are French almond cookies.
Yeah.
Which one is the president of France?
That would be Macro.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Macro.
I don't know.
What does he taste like?
It's Macron. It's Macron, but whatever.
So these cookies in that scene, it was super fucking cute. And I've of course, I mean, like, because every single time, like, because that's all Baby Yoda is. He's just like this kind of unassailable
He's just
sort of
pure
just,
id. Like he just
He's pure id.
He is. And he's in because he's in the Terrible Twos. He just wants what he wants, but he is just like this little thing that you can plug in to so many different situations and just have it be cool and funny. Like I just love how the kid just told him like really quietly. He was just like, like he was still trying to be good in class and shit like that. But the Draces,
yes. Sorry, I just saw a great chat.
Oh no, you're good. What do we got?
Naomi be great. I love that they had a First Nation kid in that scene with Baby Yoda. Yeah,
right,
that's like super important representation. I'm here for it. Also, Zahn McClarnon in Star Wars win. That's what I want.
Right.
I want Zahn McClarnon. If you don't know who Zahn McClarnon is, he's a Kichida from Westworld.
Oh, fuck. That would be right. Okay, that would be sick. I got you. That would be
Zahn
awesome.
McClarnon. I'm here for it. Call me. Thanks.
Also, how cool is that kid? Like, he just like, hey guys, guess what? I'm in Mandalorian. I get to be in a scene with Baby Yoda. That kid,
Baby Yoda gets to steal my cookies.
He's gonna be riding high on that for at least like 5 or 6 years until he wears out his welcome, and it's like, like, yeah, it's my buddy. Like, he was in a scene with Baby Yoda. Like,
we were at the club last night, and the Baby Yoda macaroon kid is here. He's up in VIP right now. It's him and like
he even has one of the cookies.
You think
Paris Hilton.
You think I'm joking? But hear me out. Next celebration, there will be macaron kids running around with Baby Yodas.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mark my fucking words.
Well, no, speaking of this, though, so we were getting, texted a bit with the Draces like beforehand.
Oh, geez.
And fucking Morgan rolls in with this link over here, and we click on this link because they're already on it. They're already selling
they were gonna do it. I told
you. It's $50, right?
Yeah.
It's like
$50.
dumb.
William Sonoma, god damn it.
Question
I'm
though.
not buying that. I don't care how cute
Do y'all think
is.
Do y'all think the color of those macaroons or macarons, whichever whatever side of the world you're from, you think that's based off of like the color of milk from like the Last Jedi? Like
the blue milk? The blue milk?
Yeah.
Like a little bit of the blue milk.
Like a reference. You like the reference to that type shit?
The Last Jedi milk was green, but I definitely think it's a blue milk cookie joke.
A blue milk type of thing for sure.
Yeah.
I remember did we get a count on how many you get in a pack? Because for apparently one pack of these things, you get
it's 12.
This cost.
It's 12.
12 of these cost $50.
Yeah.
What
12 is like a normal baker's dozen, right?
Hey,
I guess so, man.
Guys, here's my advice to you and everyone at home. Don't waste your money on the macarons.
Make them yourself.
Wait till the rich people eat them, and then when we have a revolution, we'll be eating the rich. So we'll be able to eating the cookies and the rich people at the same time. So.
$50 for 12 cookies is a wee bit much. That I don't think that I'd be able to get over on that.
Macarons are really easy to make yourself. All you need is some light bakery knowledge and a mixer, and you're good. You're good to go.
There you go. Okay. All right.
There's a message in the chat that says otherwise, Maddie. There's somebody saying they're a pain in the ass.
What's that? No shit, huh?
You know what? Do the research for yourself, folks.
Yeah. Draces, what about you? What was your favorite scene of the episode? What were you guys digging on this one?
Oh, I'm going full basic pumpkin spice, mom in the suburbs. Basic, boring. I loved him doing the little wires, the Baby Yoda with the wires.
Oh my
God! I hated that. That was child labor, man. What are you doing?
He's 50 years old. He's over 50 years old. He can handle it.
That baby has been a bad boy for the past 3 episodes. It's time the kid learns some skills.
He's got to learn a trade.
I do agree with that.
He's making him a little fucking grease monkey. Teaching him how to work on that stuff. That's a skill that I think is
so cute. And I love
Emil, I want to just quick sideline real quick and tell you about this because I think I shared with Sean and the Draces, and I know I haven't told you. It was a while ago. It was when Mando first aired or whatever. When we found out Baby Yoda was 50 years old, my friend Pranks, we used to run a Star Wars podcast together, Never Tell Me the Pods. He did all of the math and decided that since Yoda was like 900 years old and Baby Yoda was 50 years old, that Yoda was essentially like a shitty 15-year-old, like in the lifespan.
It seems like it, right?
Yodas,
No, because if you're 50, like if you're 50 and you're only like a goo gaga, like a baby, like it seems like Yoda's race could be like thousands of years old, right?
Yes, exactly. And so he's essentially the equivalent of 15 from what we know of the developmental lifespan of this like species.
Well, like which Yoda are we referring to? Like, is this him?
Old Yoda. Old Yoda. So if Baby Yoda is a baby, at 50 years, then old Yoda is 17 at 900 years.
I figured that like the one that comes off more like a teenager to me is him in like the Attack of the Clones, the fucking Revenge of the Sith. Like he's way more spicy in like them episodes where he just like he's doing flips and shit. He got like
he's like only about 800.
He did an episode. Like
he's rocking those sticks and shit like that.
He was basically like, what was that character from The Simpsons? Like Spud McKenzie, like the like he's basically like that's the era of like Yoda he's at.
Yeah,
and it,
for sure.
I like this.
Hi, Lindsay. Everybody say hi, Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay.
One
Look
of
at
my favorite
shirt.
people.
You like it?
Yeah, Rebel Scum. Fuck
we love it.
Girl. Hell yeah.
I miss you. Mwah.
We miss you, Lindsay. Good to see you, my dear. So I mean, like, so that was it was the working in the mechanics scene was the one that you were digging on.
What did you like?
How about you, D?
Yeah, I mean, I did like that.
It was hilarious. It was so good.
Yeah, it was super fun. I also liked the speeder race was pretty fun too. Like them just
speeder
dropping
race
off
was
the
so
cliff.
cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that moment, like I felt my heart like rise, like when you're in a ride and you're about to do the drop. Like, I was there, man. I was.
Yeah, that was definitely like hitting like that was scratching like a
like a really primal itch. I can't describe it, but I was just like there.
When you were a kid and you first saw like a fucking like a scene with a speeder chase, like where
exactly.
I want a floating motorcycle.
I'm in. Give me an Empire like speeder chase. I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, like I think that's well said. I mean, yeah, that was again like just like and having like I said, I watched it with my nephew Finn a couple weeks back, and like
sweet name.
It's just no, absolutely. I know, and dude, his due date.
Oh man, that's
crazy. Like
that's shit.
He was born on May 2nd, but his due date was May the 4th, which I thought was great. No, but like like the show does. I think it's simultaneously like because the show is like kind of like okay, is this a kid's show?
It straddles the line between being kid safe and then maybe one episode maybe.
I think that's fair to say that
Star Wars is for everyone's a 12-year-old. It's for 12-year-olds everywhere, no matter what age they are.
No matter what
age. That's the way I describe it.
I think that's very, very, very well said.
The same way that like Yoda is like a 50-year-old, but he's 2. Like it's basically it's for 12-year-olds regardless of how old you are.
Right. 100%. I mean, like my favorite scene I thought was I just remember it just I mean, you can see us on our video that we did. I just kind of lit up because, and it was from what we had talked about before, where I just didn't know if we were going to get anything that kind of funneled into the story, but the fucking the briny boys, like the fucking clone tanks or whatever the fuck that shit is, like that was the time where. Certainly as far as like the possibilities of like what the story is what they're trying to do or where they're potentially going, I perked up more.
Shout out to Dr. Pershing. Hottie.
Yeah, right.
Did you read the article where he was saying how like he was like that actor had said as a kid he saw the holograms in Star Wars and he's like, oh man, I want to be a hologram someday, and then when he read the script he's like, I get to be a hologram.
What?
Like he was like so excited about it. Like he's like it was like a childhood dream come true for him.
Man,
oh my God, that might actually make me cry.
Seriously,
awesome.
though, that's like awesome. That's amazing.
I
like,
love it. I'm so happy.
That must mean that he.
Maddie, you're a real one.
Right? No. Yeah, absolutely. No, but like that was definitely one where it's like, so that means that he probably like so that means he's got to be right at home doing this Empire shit, because most of the time, like, Leia probably, she's a big hologram, but like most of the holograms that we've seen are like Palpatine and Darth Vader. So he's like already on the team that he probably wanted to be. Yeah.
There are more holograms in Clone Wars, to be sure, but live action, yeah, there aren't that many. There's like Galen.
Not as many, right?
And Palpatine and like whatever, yeah.
Right, but like I remember those guys, and also I want to give a quick shout out to one of our patrons, Patrick B, who like kind of was talking. I had a great back and forth with him where he was talking about like how the interesting thing about that scene is kind of where they're going and what those things are that we saw at the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The dark troop, are they dark troopers or death troopers?
They're dark troopers. Death troopers are different. Dark troopers.
That's what I thought. Okay, so they're dark troopers, and just like how, again, like and this, this will kind of I'll bring this up like a little bit more later, but just like how, like it's interesting. Like also he called them he said they were like Uruk-hai Master Chiefs. Basically, like they look like Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings and Master Chief, kind of like if you put them together and shit. So
I just want to correct a comment real quick. Someone said Tomas said they're artificial humanoids. They were in Legends, but we don't actually know what they are this time. They could be power armor. They could be AI. We don't know.
Right.
They're just shells right now. So we don't.
It's possible that the guys that were in the tanks were going to be what they're going to try to put into those
fill them with. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So like,
they're dark troopers, they're death troopers, and they're shadow troopers, and each thing is a different thing.
Right. Totally.
They're not the same thing.
Man, the funny thing is that I had misnamed the soldiers that were inside chasing during the Carl Withers chase scene. I had actually, like, when I saw the guys with the black armor, I had just mistakenly called them dark troopers, which was so funny that by the end of the episode, I ended up being right. So like Bob Ross said, no mistake, only happy accidents.
What you said.
I'm too good for my own good, man.
But yeah, I mean, I do think, but that was my favorite scene. Was just
wait. Can we like bump it on the screen?
Get it.
Yes.
Get it.
Perfect.
Tap.
Yeah, but yeah, just like that whole like what that means and how that kind of like, because this show is always kind of like talked about cloning a lot, but we've never really seen it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or it's only been very much in passing. Now, I don't think that we're going to be getting like a fucking procedural where they're just like, well, you have to do this in order to make you know what I mean? Like, we're not going to be getting that type of shit. But it seems like it's delving a little bit more into that than just, like in Rise of Skywalker, which is like, we just cloned a bunch of Snokes and I have them in a tank and a pickle car.
That's why this episode is the bridge between like, the Clone Wars. It was so normalized what cloning was. It literally was the name of a movie. And then like, you kind of like lost track of that. And for some reason, didn't think they would do anything else with that technology. And then we find out through the fucking shitty ass sequels that like, yeah, they did something else with them. I don't really care that they did it, but they did it.
Hold on, we got to do this one. The clone is
Darth Jar Jar.
It's a good one, man.
We don't know.
Yo, so far, like,
right.
Hey, yo, man.
You can't prove that it's not Darth Jar Jar.
Exactly.
With the way the internet is working nowadays, they probably will have to bring Jar Jar back at some point, just as the shittiest form of fan service. It's like
quick side valiance, because I like that. Would we be upset, cool, disturbed, jazzed about Jar Jar possibly coming into this show?
I've never had so much. I never had the same level of like Jar Jar hate as the rest of the world has, but like
I have mellowed on it a lot because I was like, what was that? I was like 14, like when episode 1 came out, right?
And the movie sucked as a whole to me. So
right. No, and like and it's not good, but like if there were ever a team that could possibly get Jar Jar back and also just shout out to Ahmed Best and like a bunch of people in Star Wars,
right? Yeah, you just think
who bear the brunt of shitty ass fucking fans.
Ahmed and Kelly and
Jake. I mean, like,
Jake. Oh God, Jake.
Oh Jesus!
I just made myself sad. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I but you know what I'm saying? Like, insofar as like, if there were a show to be able to do a Jar Jar cameo, this would be the show. Like, I want this team doing it.
I want to be at age like Jar Jar. Continue. Go ahead, Maddie.
Well, I was going to say that they have dealt with him in canon after the events of the prequel trilogy. He's in the Aftermath book series, and he is, I believe, he has been reduced to a sideshow performer, like a street performer for kids. And so he's like homeless and like performing tricks to make children happy. And it's so fucking sad, and I want him to be okay. And I also want to give I want to give Ahmed Best like as much money as I can possibly give him. So I would love for him to come back on the show and like for them to like fix Jar Jar.
Well, right. I love this old man Binks.
Old man Binks.
He's just depressed.
Like it would just be like Logan, but just Binks.
Well,
we get
so I have to shout out
gritty Binks story.
I have to shout out a friend, my friend Daphne, who Lindsay knows, and you guys know Daphne from Con of Thrones.
Oh, sure.
She's a TV writer, and right now she's working on adapting The Old Man for Sci-Fi, I believe, starring Jeff Bridges. So you could do like a The Old Man Jar Jar crossover.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Does it hurt when they come out? Every time.
No, I would be down if we get Jar Jar back. He should just be called Binks.
Yeah.
Binks.
Oh, Binks.
That'd be super tight. That'd be super tight. But I wish I never heard that story about Jar Jar being a fucking trick on the side of the street.
It's sad, but he's also like that's like what it's not what he wants to do, but he's like happy with it. Like he's very fulfilled entertaining children.
Drugs he's doing.
I know. I'm with you, my guy. I'm with you. I'm there.
But also he probably but also he would probably be like, listen, like I was just sort of happenstancely got kind of thrown into this whole thing, and then they made me a general overnight. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's no. He's like, I didn't want all this shit. Like this is way more low stakes. You know what I mean? I love it. The old
I was just laughing at that.
I'm not gonna lie, yo, Patrick and like I want to say Matt Harper have been like keep me quite entertained during the show.
They're great. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I've been on point, man.
Matt squad.
They're so sick. They're so great.
Oh, Pat and Matt, right? The dynamic duo.
Here we are. Well, anyway, we're moving on. Well, not anyway, but we're moving on to the episode MVP. Who you thought could be actor, filmmaker, character, what have you, is your most valuable player for this episode. I'm going to cue you up first, Maddie. What are you thinking is your MVP over there? Who's your
Admiral
MVP?
Jeff Blue Jeans.
What?
Admiral Jeff Blue Jeans.
Jeans guy.
I knew it. I smelled it in the air. I smelled it. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it.
It's okay. We can share the MVP.
There he is.
I knew it. Let me finish. I come prepared. They say if you stay ready, you never got to get ready. So I had to follow up. Because Emil, that was going to be your pick, right?
Yeah.
But like I told you, Sean, if you stay ready, you never got to get ready. So I figured it out.
I mean, like, no, what I mean, like, I was waiting to kind of, I wanted to like vault it for like a more serious one, and then maybe take it back to you.
See, that's the most serious one, my boy. I'm sorry to tell you.
Serious one. I am dead serious about him being the episode MVP.
It's the Starbucks cup of Star Wars, dog.
Except for nobody's mad about it, and everybody loves it because 2020 has been so bad. Like we don't want to fight anymore. We're just like, yeah, Blue Jeans guy.
No shit. Yeah, and it's like
supposed to show that when a show is good and it's working on every other level,
and
you
it cares.
can have a gaffe and we're gonna forgive you. But if a show is bad and it has a gaffe, we're gonna fucking drag you for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
I think that's right on the nose, Dustin. Because like, had the Starbucks thing happened in episode 2 of season 8 of Game of Thrones,
yeah.
We would have thought it was like the cutest little fucking thing. Like, oh my, well, no, they're getting ready to fight in the long night. Of course, they're gonna need a fucking red eye. You know what I mean, or some shit like we would have been cool with it. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know.
We would have found a way to normalize it.
Yeah, it was just a clown show at that. You were just like, I'm already hurt, and you're not even taking this seriously.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Also, I do want to shout out my man Uzair, who started watching this season when we started doing this, and he immediately was like, Maddie, Blue Jeans guy, Blue Jeans guy, Blue Jeans guy. And I'm like, I'm there. Yeah, Uzair.
Oh my god, I love it. You must come over.
I just wanted to give him a shout out because he's watched this really loyally, and I appreciate him.
Oh, that's great. I mean, no, I like. Oh, here we go. This is great. Darth Levi.
What number are those Levi's? Though is my question.
Right.
Yeah.
You must come over.
They're 514.
I love it. Execute Order 501.
Oh, there you go.
Shut it down.
That's it. Yeah, we're done after that.
See, hey, look, man, I'm glad to set it up, man. You killed that shit.
Oh my God.
Let's see y'all next week. Bye.
Yeah,
man.
cool. Thanks a lot, everybody. We
Oh man, that was amazing. That was amazing.
All right, well, no. So, episode MVP. So we're clearly Jeff Blue Jeans.
No, I've changed my answer, Sean. I changed my answer instantaneously. My fucking favorite MVP, if it ain't gonna be the motherfucking guy, the king of the Martin Luther King of Star Wars, Carl Weathers. If it ain't him, it's gonna be the cutest thing that ever came to this episode since Baby Yoda first spit on his own hoodie, and that's that fire breathing ferret / meerkat.
Yes, that was gonna be mine if someone got to
sorry, baby girl, you missed out.
So good job, good job.
Far away, you know what I'm saying? It was a fire breathing ferret, dog. That's fire.
But we never saw them breathe fire in the show.
Just in the concept art.
So that's what, like, I mean, that would have been fun because, like, because that kind of leads into, like, my low-key MVP was the Skullet guys. Was the Skullet Aqualish dudes that were over there. Like they were
also their mouths kind of look like those like Norelco beard shavers with like the 3 little disc things. Like they're just like these like weird circle mouths.
They have and it's like they remind it was like the original guy from fucking episode from A New Hope was Ponda Baba. Who's one of these dudes.
Oh yeah.
But you can tell they kind of workshopped it a little bit more to make him a little more menacing. This is like a little bit more Jeff Goldblum in like the eye type shit. You know what I mean? Jeez. And his mouth, it just looks a lot less like a ball sack.
It does look like a butt.
It looks like a butt or a ball sack or both, or a ball sack butt or whatever.
You know that's their G spot though, right there. You can tell though. You can tell that's where it all starts right there.
I mean, like,
that's a convenient spot at least.
Right.
They call it the meat spot. You know what I mean?
Right
This is where I want you to touch me at. It's just the meat spot.
Right.
Just go bomb, and he's done, and everyone can go to bed.
It's a little flick. Great. It's a little flick. It's all it takes. A little flick of the wrist.
But I remember like. Because those guys, the Skullet dudes, were just fun because they're like, I don't know, they were just like the scuzziest guys that we've seen in the show. So at least in this season, you know what I mean? Because they're just like, they're grabbing this fire breathing fucking like ferret or whatever the fuck it is, like, and they're getting ready to chop its head off and shit. Like it was like the only scenario that you could kind of bring that I'd be glad to see Karen Dune. You know what I mean?
Karen Dune? I like that you called him.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, because they were just like, they're just so scuzzy and like, they're like, yeah, man, like I used to be a roadie for Metallica. Let's fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I like these guys a lot. These guys were like a little bit of an MP.
Oh yeah, it looks way more like a meerkat than a ferret though. You know, fire ferret is, I'm a slut for alliteration, but it's definitely more of a meerkat than anything though.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair. Yeah, 100%. Episode MVP, Drases. What do you guys got over there?
Mine's, pretty obvious. Just Carl Weathers.
Yeah. I mean, no, like in front of the camera and off of the camera. You know what I mean?
And he introduced new facial hair in the same week. He's directing. He's acting.
You're playing with our emotions.
And then he also is like, I'm also going to premiere my goatee. So
we have no choice but to stand.
It's like
we have no choice.
It's like, well, Mando, I was going to hit you up and ask if you had some just for men while you like if you could swing by the space CVS and pick some up for me. Oh, you don't? Oh, okay, fine. You know, like that's what
I also
I like it.
He's exactly what I would do if I was directing the episode. I'd be like, yeah, so the most of the episode I'm gonna be holding and cuddling Baby Yoda for the first half of it.
100%, dude. And
look at that.
I know. It's so great. I mean, like, and that's exactly the part. Was like, yeah, like, of course, like, in that one scene, he has like more chemistry with some of his other co-stars, like that he had to work with. But I thought that he did great. I mean, like, and it was cool because kind of what you had said before, Dustin, like he hasn't got a chance to direct a lot, like not as much as like, and seeing this, I'm like, put the man in the chair. Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
Hell yeah. Right on. How about you, Justin? You got an MVP over there?
I mean, Carl Weathers clearly.
I think that's yeah. Okay. All right. I like this. So we got the Gene Genie, we got Carl Weathers, and we got the Skullet crew, which is I think that's a pretty good.
Hey, don't forget my goddamn meerkat.
Put some respect on his name. It's General Jeff.
It's General Jeff Genie.
General Jeff Genie.
Or sorry, Admiral Jeff.
Admiral Jeff.
Admiral
right.
Jeff.
You got to keep putting that respect on his name for
Put
sure.
respect on his name.
Oh my god! And so now we're coming up on our Maclunky moment of the week, aka the moment in which we could maybe change something about the episode, or that we just flat out didn't like and we'd like to maybe take out or whatever. That we would pull ourselves our own little George Lucas and just take it out. So what would you, Emil, let's go with you on this one. Maclunky moment of the week. Was there an element of this episode that you would have like changed or taken out, or that you didn't speak to you as much as?
Well, like two. One of them, like they both involved Cara Dune, but the first one would have been like her just wearing a mask, just to be like, just wearing a mask in general at least one time, just to be like,
put that shit on her.
He just was like, yo, just for the scene, you might want to wear it. You know what I mean? Just see how it feels. And then like, but yeah, on a serious note though, like when the last episode when she's talking to the space officer. Like, who the fuck didn't lose somebody on Alderaan? So how do you answer that question?
Yeah.
Right?
Did you lose anybody on Alderaan?
Yes.
Like, what did you think?
Didn't you lose someone else on that shit?
Well, no, actually, the year was really weird. The year before, my whole family was like died in a mass shooting. So actually, when the planet exploded, I was kind of chill about it.
It was another Wednesday for me at that point.
Literally everybody you ever met ever in your entire life is dead.
At one time.
Planet.
At one time.
What kind of question is that?
That was a horrible question. Yes, Negro. I thought we all did.
Right? But also, like, that was like, that pilot, he knows that, like it's Gina Carano. I mean, like she comes from a shitload of money, and like, I mean, hey, whatever. I mean, like, but she comes from a shitload of money, and so you were like, oh no, her family was probably on some fucking like summer.
Wait, did you just call her Gina Carano?
Yeah,
he did.
Karen Dune, Gina Carano,
Gina Carano, like that's
it's coming, baby.
Oh man. And you think that is so natural too. You're crazy.
Yeah. But like, no, but like,
good catch, Jace.
He knew. He was like, oh yeah, like no, they were in some fucking townhouse in like a fucking Las Vegas planet that they fucking own or some bullshit like that. And so he was just like, no, this fucking like 1%er wasn't worth. Didn't lose anybody that they give a shit about. You know what I mean?
His dad said that question was extreme pickup line energy.
Are you single now? That's basically what he was trying to ask.
So like, you got a boyfriend?
So
did he die of alcohol?
Did you lose your boyfriend? He just like basically going to yawn and put his arm over her shoulder after that.
You had two boyfriends and a side piece, and they're all dead. Okay, cool. Right.
He said, I got this medal with my number on the other side of it if you ever want to call me. But that's basically him. He basically just like. On the other side, it says, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" And she got to check left or right. You know what I mean? Like, there you go.
That's so weird that, like, yeah, she's very single after Alderaan for sure.
Some might say too single.
100%. Oh my god. Maclunky moment of the week. Maddie K. Ray, what you got?
I'm just gonna say anytime Gina Carano opened her mouth, but that's like that's the Maclunky moment of every week. Like, let me be honest.
Yeah.
Because she's a no-masker?
Among other things.
Spreading that COVID.
We stay suffering. But, I didn't like that weird cop lines. Those weird cop lines weren't great. And, like, goodness gracious. a lot of like the pacing of the action was very strange to me. I don't have like a very specific Maclunky moment of the week besides Gina. So because I enjoyed, every scene, but I would say that like it like lulled in weird spaces.
Okay.
I did appreciate though when they dropped Baby Yoda off at the classroom, I was like, what is this droid gonna fucking do? Like, how is this droid gonna take care of a baby and teach a class? Like what is going on here? Like,
do it all.
That was my first thought. I was like, come on, like, what is she gonna do?
What is to keep Baby Yoda from just being like, like, oh, I want to go over here. I'd like to go over here now, and then teacher, let's call him T3PO. For teacher, like T3PO comes over, and it's like no,
it, bro.
And he's just like, whatever, fuck you, and then Baby Yoda just crushes this fucking like can opener's fucking head. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't give a shit. Like,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? do you not think that would go down, Morgan?
I don't know. He might.
I mean,
but I think.
No, go ahead. You think what?
Only if there was like a snack inside the teacher's head.
Right.
Crush it. Right now, he's just very food motivated. I don't think he's
maliciously. Yeah.
It's
like classrooms work because of like social mores, right? Like the social expectations of what you're supposed to do when you get in a classroom. That's the only reason that like law and order prevail in a classroom, and Baby Yoda has no concept of that whatsoever.
It's all instinctual with him. It's all instinct. Yeah. It's like, you have food, I want that. Force power.
I'm just like, all right, okay. He doesn't know how to say no, like, but he's gonna say no. He's just gonna do the opposite, and that's great for shows, and that's great for storytelling. But I'm just like, how are you gonna learn?
Right.
Like how?
No, he's not gonna learn. He's well, no. I mean, it's funny that like Baby Yoda is essentially gonna be the same as Mando is, and like Mando is like a homeschooled kid, and Baby Yoda is gonna be a homeschooled kid, but he's just gonna learn how to like fix ships and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
He's meeting different people. He's getting out there. He's mixing it up.
He is. He's socializing. Yeah, I agree.
More of a social animal, that's for sure. Justin, do you have how about you, Draces? Do you guys have a Maclunky moment up there? What do you guys think?
Aside from like the obvious, Admiral Jean's. But
that was my pick, as in, because I was like, oh, it's a mistake, but it circled back into awesome.
Yeah.
So I was using my Maclunky moment to being like, at first it's a goof, and then you're like, but it's perfect. And now we got the whole backstory about Admiral G.
He's an action figure now. He's a superhero. The internet works so fast, bro. It's ridiculous.
The internet is crazy. Like when it wants, like, and in a good way, when it wants to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How about you, Dustin? Did you have one going or no?
No, sorry. I was trying to read the chat. Sorry.
No, you're good.
They've been on fire today, man. They've been doing.
Hey, give us some super chats. If you want to force me to listen to your opinion, you have to do a super chat because I refuse to engage in Star Wars theories otherwise.
Right,
Emil, you don't know this, but this is like a running bit on every episode. I refuse to acknowledge your theories unless you super chat me.
I think that's the only way you should, acknowledge anybody's theory. There's a lot in the world.
Good, man. Like I think that works. No,
if you're serious about this theory, pay for someone to listen to it. That's a different thing.
My Maclunky moment, I think, is potentially could get me in a little hot water, and this is my Maclunky moment. I, at least so far, insofar as like just what we're able to get from him, my Maclunky moment is the fact that we only get fucking Moff Gideon in like 90-second chunks, and we get absolutely nothing from this performance. Moff Gideon, for me right now, kind of sucks.
I agree.
I mean, like, and I love Giancarlo Esposito. I love all of his work. I think that he's great. But like, I'm just like, I need this motherfucker to do more than to say like 8 fucking vowels and like look into the camera and smile maliciously and then have the music swell. Like, I just need a little bit more from it because again, I was talking with Patrick, one of our patrons, Patrick, and he had a great
Pat B.
He had a great kind of idea as far as like his like what's going through Moff Gideon's head. Like, so we're coming off of like Return of the Jedi, where we got beat by a bunch of fucking teddy bears, and like we've suffered this fucking massive defeat, and he's probably thinking like, why does he want the child so much? Like, what's his whole deal? Like, and he's like, yeah, like, because Vader and Palpatine are being selfish fucking dickheads who hoarded this superpower that would have came in really fucking usefully if it went like when we had to fight the Ewoks and shit. So I want to try to democratize the Force a little bit and shit like it, which I think is a really interesting thought, but I don't know shit because Moff Gideon doesn't do shit.
Sean, do you think that like the fact that because during all this COVID shit, like John Carlos has been doing, like he's done The Boys, this, he also was in the fucking Far Cry game, like he's been doing a lot of shit.
So do you not in Far Cry?
So do you not think that any of those things play a factor with like his limitations on, because he's not like super, he does have a lot of meaty episodes in like fucking The Boys, you know what I mean? But like, do you think that like there's some type of like spread too thin situation within, because he did all these in real time during COVID, essentially, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Well, I think I
don't know when they shot this.
I might be wrong. I feel
Season
like
2 was before COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like they were, but I think that he's just like, I got a lot of juice right now. I got a lot of post fucking Breaking Bad juice and like that type of stuff, and I'm just going to fucking get paid. And like, and not to say that I don't think that he's eventually going to get somewhere. And again, I'll probably eat my fucking words, but as it stands right now, I'm like, Moff Gideon fucking sucks. Like, there's nothing going on. He's like, he has less characterization than Baby Yoda.
That's not his fault. That's the current rating of the episode, though.
I don't know.
I'm gonna shout the Imperial Mort, who said, "Why star in one show with 30 second video?"
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, my man, I agree.
No. Get that paper. Get that Skrilla. He's had such an incredible career. He's been so many different kinds of characters. He has
a dark saber though, so it's definitely going to like pay off.
I think so. I do think that it's going to become illuminated, but I just wish that like I loved it when they switched perspectives.
Yeah.
Because like the show never really done that before. We're just like, no, we're just hanging out with the Moff and shit. Like,
yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like, I just thought that
that honestly would be a great episode. Just like a whole depot with no Mando, and it's like all about you, Mr. Gideon.
All about
super chat.
What's that?
We got a super chat. Thank you, Matt.
Aww.
I think we're using him like Thanos in the MCU. Dude's gonna show up big. I wonder if he knows about Ahsoka though. Ooh.
I don't think he even knows about Bo-Katan. Is the thing.
Right? Maybe not. I mean, like that would have been an interest. That would be an interest. What if that was the twist where it was just like he wanted to use? Only reason he knows, it's like, or that would be an interesting twist if like if he somehow knew that they were trying to find Jedi. And he goes like, because I can't harvest that much out of this little dude, but if I get a whole ass Ahsoka Tano, like Baby Yoda is the bait for
I'm thinking that like, so the fact that they are introducing characters from like the Rebel cartoon and stuff that like and he's like the Darksaber is also a prominent like weapon in that series as well. Ahsoka Tano's coming back as well. So I feel like if that would imply that he has been involved in those events in some sense of the word.
Sure.
And like, so it would truly surprise me if he's not aware of other force sensitive beings being around. But yeah, truly like Ahsoka Tano specifically would be like an outlier because because according to the show, she disappeared after a lot of shit. So like he may assume that none of those Jedis are still like actively in the world, but I don't know. But like because they bringing so much of the Dave Filoni shit into this universe, he has to be a factor in that somehow, you know.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, like, and also just like kids like that's the other thing. It's like he's also like Baby Yoda, just given like he's also like something that they can, like literally harvest like things that they want to use out of. Also, he's like a little fucking homing beacon for other Force users. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's another reason to fucking get a hold of him. We got ourselves shout out again. Like, Patrick's like the MVP of this fucking whole chat right now. But like, Sean said this, and I agree. Gideon and the Uruk Chiefs are definitely going to square up with Catan, the Mando. Yeah, I think that's going to be. I think it's going to be Darksaber, Gideon versus Ahsoka, and then he's gonna have the Uruk Chiefs are gonna be hanging out and starting to fuck shit up. The Uruk Chiefs, and then like Bo-Katan and like all the Mandos with all the new hardware are gonna be like the Knights of the Veil, and they're gonna fucking kind of show up, and they're gonna have
that
like,
would be litty because I think we're
That's
talking
nice.
about
That was
what
nice.
in the chat we're talking about like what Gideon knows about Bo-Katan like specifically, and I think that he knows he took the saber from her. I don't care. I think he knows she's alive, but I don't know that he knows how close she is to finding him.
right.
Because of the interaction with Titus Welliver on the ship. She was like, does he have it? And he was like, you already know. And so
Right.
like I think that they have some sort of prior relationship, which he would have to because she was the last possessor of the Darksaber.
Exactly.
But like I don't know that he expects Ahsoka. I don't know that he knows Ahsoka, and I think he knows of Ahsoka, but I don't know like if he knows who she is. Just that like she's around.
Because I feel like he would know about Anakin, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean everybody knows about it.
Exactly. And so the fact that she was his apprentice would give some leeway for him to have an idea of her existence. But that is me being an assumption. You're making an assumption. But I do want to ask y'all this one thing though, because this episode set up the idea of Baby Yoda or the child or the asset, if you will, like being just dried up for all of us like midichlorians. So do we see a reality where like this show ends with Baby Yoda dying? Like, do y'all see that as a possibility?
No,
not in the slightest.
I would definitely not think that based off the idea of like
cow.
It's more so them playing with the emotions of that possibility, of course. But like,
if they kill Baby Yoda with like a blaster to the head, I do expect a Funko Pop dead Baby Yoda figure.
No, I don't want it. Can you see through the hole in his head though?
Yes, you can, and I will be buying it.
Yo,
and
they put
his
like a
brains
magnifying
are the accessory that you can put back into his head.
or like either that, or there's like a magnifying like scope on the other side so you can see closer. Like, I'm down for either.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Oh, we got another one. What do we got? J-Tron, what's going on, J-Tron? Good to see you again, my friend. I better get some Moff Gideon Darksaber action like what we got in Rogue One with Vader. I love to my home. Dude, thank you so much, Jay. We appreciate you. Yeah.
Look, nobody is going to be Vader in Rogue One. Just accept it right now. Maybe Ahsoka. Ahsoka is the only one who could possibly be as badass as Vader in Rogue One. So you just have to prepare yourself.
That's the other thing that like it's because I'm trying to think. I mean, if we get. Because I feel like we're going to get our first lightsaber battle, and it's going to be somebody with the Darksaber, probably Moff with Ahsoka, probably, right? But like, he's also like, he's not a Force user. She should just fucking crush his fucking smirking head.
Yeah.
Like, if she wanted, I mean, like, you know.
But I mean, Sabine isn't a Force user either, and she and Ezra fought with the Darksaber and lightsabers also. So
I really want to see Bo get the Darksaber back, and maybe
I want her to get it back.
She's so aggressive though. I can see her actually like I don't know. She was like playing with a lot of people's emotions in episode 4. You know what I'm saying? As far as like just using like Mando for like as an ends to a means, so like or means to an end. Mm-hmm. So I can see that coming back and her being into like one of those people who are their intention is to be good, they do evil shit in order to
like an anti-hero.
Yeah, essentially, and like I can see Ahsoka being like, "Bitch, stop!" Just whacking her with the saber and shit.
I would agree with Deanna. Vader in Rogue One is a vibe you can't catch again. Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think, and I think that, but I mean, like that's fine. I mean, I think that he will be formidable, and they will kind of power him up in some type of a way or something like that. I just don't. Yeah, I just think it'll just be. Now I'm just interested in the how of it.
Yeah,
I know it was a minor typo, but I couldn't help but read it as Rouge One. So I was like, oh, we're gonna get like Moulin Rouge One, like a Baz Luhrmann Rogue One.
The team,
watch it.
The team is here and ready to go. See, those things are way closer than you even imagine because of Duchess Satine Kryze, who is Bo-Katan's sister. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and she dated Obi-Wan.
Yeah. And they had a kid who got with whatever, like a Palpatine clone, and they had a Kenobi Rey. Palpatine.
And like instead of like Rouge, and if it was Rouge One, it'd be like Mandy Marmalade instead of Lady Marmalade. Okay.
Hey, Mando, Mom.
Moulin Rouge One hit song, Lady Mandalorian. Yeah, Deanna, yes.
I love it. That's great. Lady Mandalorian. I love it. Amazing. Also, shout out to to Deanna, like one of our former fucking one of our former co-hosts. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by, my dear. Shit. I mean, like, I think, is that good for? Oh, one of the, just real quick, last Maclunky moment, real quick. But I just want this is just a petty sort of like horror fan in me.
I'm here for pettiness. I'm here for it.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like, you drop a fucking stormtrooper off into a pit full of lava, and we don't see him like actually literally go into the lava.
I wanted to see that.
Fuck
yeah.
that shit.
I also kind of wanted like a T2 moment where he just
not even a Gollum and Mordor moment.
Yeah, I mean, like, because it's not a dude. We don't have to animate burning flesh. We don't even have to go like, you're like, oh my god, my children, like whatever. Like, they're not gonna do any of that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, fuck his children.
That shit reminded me of like playing Among Us though, and dude just got voted out for being an imposter. Like, cause you fall into the lava instantly. I was like, he was the imposter.
but like, I want to see that fucking white armor hit that fucking lava, and just for a split second, and then you cut away, because I know that it's, you know, there are kids watching this. We can't get too crazy. We're not gonna have like a fucking David Fincher like super gross like Star Wars 7 like moment where we like watch like some super gnarly shit go down. But like, I want to see him crash into that lava, swan dive into that lava. That was my last one. That was my only.
I don't know want that I need R-rated Star Wars. I just don't.
No,
I want there to be like pit droids in the back, like holding up scores after he falls. That's what I want.
I would want an R-rated Star Trek before an R-rated Star Wars.
Interesting. I could see that. Well, no, because
movies are close enough for me.
Trek is and Trek, you know, in a lot of its incantations is just like a little more heady and a little more adult. Anyway,
Trek is way more like
you
like
just
like.
Want to see that?
Trek is way more sexy.
You want to see that Jean-Luc hog?
I want to see that Jean-Luc
get that hot hog out, Jean-Luc.
It's good to know what you want though, Dusty, and I respect that.
I like it. This is awesome. That I know that Maddie had to leave for a second, but I like to think that it was right when you said Jean-Luc's hot hog.
She was like, "That's it."
And Maddie was just like, "Nope, I'm out."
I was like, "Hold on, I need a moment."
What? I tried to look. I told her this is the Burlington. Welcome to it.
I know that she had to go take care of something. Well, let's keep moving right along to. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Easter eggs of the episode. What was favorite reference that we saw to previous Star Wars stories, lore, etc.? Emil, what was your? Did you have an Easter egg that you kind of stuck out to you?
Yeah, well, on like a more like pop culture, like cultural level, like the reference from Blue Harvest, which far as like there's no guardrails, like that shit instantly was like my cup of tea. Also like with the teacher, as you call it, T3PO, she kept on referencing like a lot of like outer districts that would essentially either lead to the fucking what was Kylo Ren's people named First Order, the First Order.
A lot
of things they kept on mentioning were like in reference to what that will eventually become that sector, and also like she made some like references to like the Kessel Run and things like that. So those are like fun little tiny little things to bring in, but
you know,
yeah, but also like and even like towards the end of the episode with the dude who was trying to flirt with no masker, he was like, "Yo, we gotta take this way more serious," and she's like, "Nah, we don't." And like 300 years later, and then we got the First Order just like stabbing fucking like, you know what I'm saying, Han Solo on a bridge. It probably could have been avoided.
I mean,
wow, it's all Gina Carano's fault.
If she just put her mask on,
she didn't wear a mask. Exactly.
Tell her.
It was eating in her brain. That's why she wasn't listening, dude.
I mean, you know, that's very in character for her to be like, "Hey, we should take this more seriously," and she's like, "No,
it's not real. It's a hoax. It's just a common flu. It's just a common order."
It's a normal order. You know, there's orders every year.
There's orders all the time.
People die from genocide every year.
People die from orders all the time. We didn't shut down the space economy when they, you know, for all those other orders.
Even the First Order wears masks, though, dummy.
Totally, 100%. Easter eggs, Maddie K. Ray, what you got for us as far as the Easter egg zone? It's like poetry.
Oh gosh, that's a great question. I just enjoyed. I know this isn't really an Easter egg, but I just really enjoyed seeing Dr. Pershing again because I love him so much and I want to know so much about him, even though he's just like because he's like a bad guy, but he like really cares about Baby Yoda. You know, he's like, he's just a baby. I don't want to hurt him. And I'm like, tell me more, you beautiful sunglass man.
going back to like, yeah, he's like a Mengele with the heart of gold. Like, you know, he's like.
I saw somebody call him in the chat "sexy Mengele," and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Right.
Mengele isn't very sexy, but Dr. Pershing, we could talk.
Right, yeah. but like, and so because there was that moment, I think in episode 3 of season 1 or something like that, when Mando gets him back, and he's like, no, like don't shoot, you know, or whatever. Like they would have killed him. I was the only thing that was stopping them from
right.
And I was like, I like you. You
training
stay.
the kid dry. You know what I mean?
When is he gonna like defect? When he realizes that the First Order has gone too far?
They just wanted to just come up with that Baby Yoda and just be like, all right, cool, we're gonna drain this kid dry.
Popping open a baby one with the boys.
Right, I'm saying like, right. Did you open that to like signify them draining the fucking like body?
He did.
Yeah, dude.
He did that.
I'm all about that prop comedy, baby.
He did that right in front of my salad.
The Easter eggs. Drases, what do you? I had a Croy in the wings, so I figured out.
But now with the time, I hate you, my boy.
Croy in the wings.
No, I was pretty excited. Our downstairs neighbor, one of my friends, Mr. Jim Davis, texted me after the episode aired. He's like, "Have you watched it?" And he's like, "Yeah." So the Dark Troopers, were from a LucasArts game back in the 90s. And which eventually became Jedi Academy on PS2, right? Mm-hmm. So apparently there was a character in that game called Kyle Katarn, which I kept thinking of.
Do not mention Kyle Katarn in my house.
Oh man,
in my house, Kyle Katarn. Oh God.
What does that mean?
I didn't play the game. So what?
Ugh.
Are we gonna get Kyle Katarn?
Is just like. I don't think we're gonna get Kyle Katarn. I think that we're not gonna get Kyle Katarn. We're not gonna get Corran Horn, and thank God, like someone please shoot me in the head the day that Corran Horn becomes canon, because I don't want to live in this world anymore. They're like Legends characters that were like very like very like the way I describe Kyle Katarn is like the original Kylo Ren almost. Like he was just edgelord extreme for like the 90s sci-fi pulp fiction like
I got you
genre. And Corran Horn was like, is very similar, and he's like, I'm like the best parts of Luke and the best parts of Han, and I'm just like a perfect man, and I'm just like, I'm tired of this. Thank you.
Right. So he was Timothy Chalamet in space, basically.
But like not as hot as Timothy Chalamet.
Oh,
he was
okay,
like,
right on.
Yeah.
Hey,
he does not have the sex factor.
I don't think he's as hot as y'all make him seem. Great cheekbones though.
No, I was just making a joke. I don't.
I know. I just want to be the outlier.
Weird little hamster face. It's kind of strange. But like,
not a Kyle fan. It's okay. I do stand.
Kyle. You can't have a
Kyle. Right. Okay. I do want to say I do stand for all of the EU fans in the chat. I do stand my girl Leonia Tavira still from iJedi and Warrior Princess. Like 10 out of 10. We got a super chat from Patrick. Over under on Thrawn showing up in this house. Possible. I say it's possible.
Down the line.
Who's Thrawn?
Right? Thrawn is the blue guy from Rebels.
Yeah. See, that's the blue guy.
Yeah. He's written by Timothy Zahn, of which I have his autograph.
I think there's a stronger chance of him either if he doesn't appear in this season or following one, but I also can see him actually appearing in any spinoff that's from the universe.
If he's coming to live action, I want Sam Witwer to play him, and I don't want anyone else to play him.
I feel pretty strongly that he will be coming in live action pretty soon.
That would be because he's like a huge character. Like I remember Star Wars lost their shit when he was recanonized.
They just recently bring him. Yeah, exactly. Brought him back in something recently, so that's why.
They brought him back in Rebels, and he was like the main antagonist for the end of Rebels.
Biggest thing about Admiral Thrawn is just he's this he's an admiral that he's like one of the only non-human like species to actually ascend to the level of admiral in the Empire, and that and so he's especially brutal, and that's why he's just like
he's like very Sherlock Holmes, like very high art, like I appreciate he's like very what's his name, Kingpin in Daredevil, like that level of that level. Yeah,
that's a great comparison.
Yeah, and so So he's like a huge dude, and so when they bring him, they gotta bring him. You know what I mean?
Gotta go for
and
it.
I think Sam Witwer can do it. Number one, number two, he'd look really good in blue paint. I'm just saying, like, but
Plot twist, they gonna bring Benedict Cumberbatch as like bro with the blue skin.
I would.
They got the same.
They would do on the internet because the NSA would arrest me.
The faces are shaped the same, but that's gross too, Maddie.
No,
but we don't king shame over here in this house.
No,
though,
no, God, no. The opposite. No, go the opposite direction. Go the extreme violence direction.
Watch list level. Oh,
I do not stand Benedict whatsoever.
That might be a different king that we won't shame in this house.
No.
But like, all right, we got ourselves another super chat over there. Kind of a tinfoil hat theory, but what if Moff Gideon has Vader's helmet and is using some Anakin DNA to make super force sensitive clones?
Well, then why would they need
super
Baby
sensitive
Yoda?
Clones?
I say like
your Baby Yoda in with the Anakin, and you get a little cocktail.
Padme, no.
I mean, so I think that like that could be something, but if that were sort of like successful, I mean, unless he was just like, yo, I'm going to take some of this Vader DNA and cross it with Baby Yoda DNA. That's the only way that's the only way that really works. Because otherwise, if you had that, then what the fuck do you fucking need Baby Yoda for?
Yeah, because they have his DNA. Because I mean, like Kylo was kicking around his like grandpa's skull, so there's got to be some brain in there that he can get some DNA out of.
I always wanted to know if the head was still in there.
I bet it is. It's just like fucked up skull, but there's some brain matter in there that you could probably scoop out and get a little DNA.
To use like Anakin Skywalker's DNA is like literally the most hypersensitive, emotionally Jedi you're gonna clone in this fucking world. Like I do not see the dark side that you do, as you do. That's how he said it. Yeah. Yes, it was like he was like, I felt her. She was alive. She was like, bro, no, she wasn't. I felt her. Like it's like multiple seeing like examples of this man just being emotionally like unable to like handle anything placed before him. So if we clone this problem twice, then whoever cloned him should also be shy.
Skywalker men are a fucking problem, man.
They are a plague on this galaxy.
They are. I was about to say they are the reason why we stray further from God's light every day.
Emil, we have been the same wavelength this whole time, and I appreciate it so much.
You beat me to it, man. They are a plague.
Oh my God! So here we go. So we're moving along from the. Did we have any other Maclunky moments? I think we covered them, right? Yeah, I think like so we're going on to our size matters not moment of the week. Even though I will say it's where we take a clip from the show from this week's episode and we recontextualize it to make it something that's kind of like perverted and childish and stupid, aka from my fucking brain. But the big twist about this week is the fact that I didn't really this is the first like non-pervert edit that I've done.
Oh, shit. Michael Fassbender as Thorn would be a good one. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nope. We do not stand Fassbender in this house.
He has so much range. I just gotta call a spade a spade.
Well, he also is a very bad human, so I'm gonna pass.
All right, as long as he wears a mask, I'll give him a chance.
There you go. So what we're gonna do, our size matters not clip of the week. And this is gonna be like a much more of a tame one, but it's something that it's an edit that it's a bit that I thought that I was going to do in our video, but I didn't end up doing it. And then a fucking commenter came in and basically did the same bit. So then I was like, I got to fucking do it. And we're going to premiere it here right now. So this is our size matters not of the week where we recontextualize a clip from the show. And, I mean, like it's, all I'm going to say is vote for Baby Yoda.
Pauline, give me some of your tots.
No, go find your own.
Come on, give me some of your tots.
No, I'm freaking starved. I didn't get to eat anything today. God. Gross. Freaking idiot.
Funny thing is, like, I wonder if that person who made that follow Screen Crush, because like I see them like literally, I've seen them do that, make the same meme of that. So
that was the only scene in my head when that was happening.
Hey, you know what? I think that's that's the universal like connection to that shit. So to the creator, I apologize. I'm not trying to say you stole the swag. I'm just throwing that out there as like, you know what I'm saying? keep my eye on them. You know.
Right. Oh, I mean, like the Drases will attest. I said that during our watch. Like,
and then, you know, it's probably a high mentality on that one. So like, I dropped the mic. I put the gauntlets down. You know
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying.
Oh, and that's what I'm really talking about. They stole it from the Drases. They stole it from the Drake. Ooh, jokesters with a hard R, bro. They stole it.
Anyway, that's our size matters that moment of the week. I just figure I'd do that edit real quick. And now, as we do every episode, we're gonna wrap up with a Never Tell Me the Odds. Next episode predictions, where you think the story is going. It doesn't have to be because like the very next episode. It can be a couple ahead. It can be whatever, you know, like just something that about this episode that informed where you think that the story is going. Emil, my friend, what are you thinking over there is going to be what's your biggest prediction that you're thinking is coming ahead?
Right now, I think they're going to like keep on adding more black people to the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Because every episode is another person of color. It was like an Asian. It was like all types of diverse ass classroom. I was like, that would have never happened 5 years ago, dog. Would have never happened. But on a darker and deeper level, I think my boy Carl Weathers might lose his life. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he almost lost it this episode. They were playing with some emotions, dog. And look, is it a prediction or I know what's going to happen next? Because I thought it was a prediction. That means I got room to be wrong, right? I ain't Miss Cleo.
That's true.
Thank you. Because if I knew the answer, this is called telling you what's happening. That's called a spoiler. So, in the sake of just being a predictive ass motherfucker, I'm gonna say they might either kick little baby Yoda in the face one time, or Carl Weathers might be there trying to stop him from getting kicked in the face and get shot in the chest. But I tell you what will not happen at any point. Cara Dune ain't gonna wear a mask. Mic drop. Text me, fuckers.
Don't at me. No, I mean,
don't at me, dog.
I think that that's something that I could understand, that I could see, except for like, you know, that like Carl Weathers was just like, did I really have to die in Rocky?
I know.
Like, you know what I mean? He goes like, keep me around as long as possible. I mean, like, and I think that maybe not this one, maybe not this season, but you know, I could see that being something where like they
keep on. Go ahead.
Oh no, where they like they create a relationship, because I like Grief. I like him a lot. And I think that I loved and when we came back, it was fun to see him again and it was cool. So that would be like, because who was it? Like the Ugnaught, the Nick Nolte Ugnaught dude that they killed.
It was amazing. That's my favorite Nick
Nolte. At the end of that one, and it's just like shit. Like, is he like the new uncle now? Because the Ugnaught guy was basically Baby Yoda's uncle.
And he risked it all for my man. He risked it all for him. And look, even outside of that, I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because that was a great, emotionally invested to that character, bro. And I was upset when he lost his life. But then on a darker level, like on a darker note, no pun intended, with him being a black guy, but like it more so was like, damn, like it really was. It was cutting it close this episode. Also, right. I felt like in the idea that like with Cara Dune's character, if some people in the comments saying she might get a spinoff, if that's true, I can see that more being based off the idea of Carl Weathers' character, like, because he is the reason why she stays on that planet. Mm-hmm. So I can see her deciding to like go elsewhere if something were to happen to him. You know what I mean?
I hope she returns to her planet
with a mask on.
I hope she decides to settle on Hosnian Prime.
Right. But like for the sake of just like, you know what I mean, throwing out a potential opportunity, like, mind you, I want as many black people I want it to next season be all black people. We look, Pedro Pascal take his shit off. He not even Pedro Pascal. He's a black dude the whole time. It was Nick Cannon. I don't know how that happened, but like
it's Michael B. Jordan, and he goes,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, but like outside of that being like just turning the whole shit into Blackish, the Star Wars version, I think that
Yara Shahidi win.
There's a possibility that like, you know, we might lose somebody we care about. That's all. Right? That's all.
Okay, that's interesting. Maddie, what are you thinking? Never tell me the odds. Next episode predictions. What do you think?
I think we're gonna see Ahsoka, but I also think I'm just like whatever. It's gonna be good, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and people are gonna shit on me for enjoying it, and it is what it is. But sorry, but I think that my like off the wall prediction is that she and Bo-Katan are going to be married. That's my off the wall prediction.
That would be
it is what I want to manifest in my life.
Sure.
I want it. I want it. I want them to just like wink at each other. You know, that's what I want personally for myself. And I also want her to be like, no, Baby Yoda is where he needs to be now. You know, that's what I want.
Okay.
I don't think it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen next episode. It'll probably happen at the end of the finale. But I think that she's gonna like he's gonna be like here, and she's gonna be like, no.
Is there ever a fucking scenario where they don't have that cash cow in the show, though?
No.
I just don't see it. I mean,
that's the entire.
Because I think Ahsoka's gonna be like, nah, or because you can't hand it off to another Mandalorian unless it's Sabine. Like the Sabine is the only person that you could be like, here, Baby Yoda, take, and people will be willing to follow that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Ahsoka's gonna be like, nah, man, like that's your clan, that's your family, like you're doing it.
Well, like, what about the idea of like maybe he gives it to Ahsoka and like we have to go back and forth from him like trying to handle Mandalorian business?
Like divorced parents hours, like 2 Christmases.
Is that they co-parenting? They co-parenting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Hey, you just got to explain it to him. If he gets like if Baby Yoda gets a little bent out of shape, it's like you get more snacks.
You get way more, bro. Way more macaroons and macarons.
Things, right? Totally, 100.
Look, you get macaroons and macarons. You're doing this shit.
I love it. Draces, what about you over there?
I apologize, my love. Yeah.
The only thing I know is that we're getting Ahsoka, and everything else, I have no idea. I'm going into it blind.
For the rest of the season, we getting Ahsoka?
I think she'll be around for sure. I think the next episode is going to be her main episode, but
like when you say everything else, what do you like? We getting her in everything else. What do you mean? I just want you to like clarify.
Oh, everything else. I have no idea what else is going to happen. He's going to go to the planet, meet her. I don't think he's not handing off that baby to anybody.
Do you think she'd do something where he can't trust her? That's why he won't hand it off to her, or she'll just like decline the opportunity because she want to do her own thing? Because she a badass bitch, you know.
How is he gonna hand off this like precious little baby? I think he's gonna try to, but then he's gonna be like so sad.
Dustin, no. Dustin, I don't like that noise that you made.
Whoa.
Hold on. Okay, so no, I think that's. I'm gonna highlight it in this. I'm gonna highlight it in a second.
You know what I'm saying?
No. But I do think that I think it's gonna be one of those things where he's like, I'm gonna be around, but Ahsoka is eventually going to have to earn his trust, and maybe there's a point where he could like maybe be like, okay, you're gonna keep an eye on him, right? And she's like, yeah, I got you, bro. And then he's gonna go off and maybe do an adventure, something like that, maybe. But J-Tron, maybe Bo-Katan will trade the child.
I told y'all she's gonna do some anti-hero shit. I can see that.
I mean,
I'm into it. I think
Bo-Katan has a bit of a dark streak in her, right? I mean, like, you know,
she doesn't know that baby from her hole in the
also,
wall.
I got another theory that like J-Tron is also Maddie just in secret because she likes Tron. So it's been like you can kind of like put out secret theories that somebody else. J-Tron, are you your own person or are you? But yeah, I see what's going on, Maddie. You have to wake up pretty early when you're doing off the boy.
Gotta type it
look, all I'm saying is that my Twitter description says president of the Tron Legacy Fan Club. And
look, J-Tron, just Tron. I'm telling you, look.
Right. No, but I mean, that would be an interesting turn for Bo-Katan. I think. I mean, I don't know if they'll do it.
Possibility, like, cause she just
it's a possibility.
She only focused on that goddamn sword. She literally is trying to be Mando by herself. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole shit. Yeah, she's trying to be the whole shit. The Omega, Alpha Omega. So she like once we get that shit back
in with the real truths.
Yeah, once we get, I'm telling you, man.
I like close for no cigar. She's got like Maddie's got like
my bad, Pat.
I've got a keyboard down on the bottom that I've been using to like type all of Patrick's like messages.
Or hear me out, midichlorian clones.
Oh, so
midichlorian?
Oh, I knew it.
What's your M count?
Right. Oh man, Patrick, you've been too on point. You've been here this whole time in spirit, apparently. In midichlorian form.
Oh my god.
Midichlorian. Ooh.
I love it, dude. Okay, cool.
Or midichlorians.
The
Madichlorian.
Maddie Chlorian!
Oh man, that's literally the worst thing that ever happened to the franchise. They went from Metachlorians to Madichlorians. What's next?
Hey,
I mean, I think
you want to go?
I would be with it. I would be with it. Yo, even though I gotta say that, like, bringing the whole midichlorian, the M count thing into it was like a little bit of reverence for prequel lore that I dug. It was like a slight
Anytime anything respects the prequels, I'm there for it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think you need to own it.
I like the third one. I still got the video game.
I think it is important to own all of like I just like that they acknowledge Life Day. It's like they're owning.
Exactly.
Stuff. They're gonna figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if it hasn't worked in the past.
The Mandalorian, it seems like is doing a really good job at telling its own story, but it's also acting as like where you're the kind of like the median between, like, you know, during the holidays, like where you're just like, where you're just like, oh yeah, like I kind of get along with mostly everybody. It's like this sibling doesn't like this sibling, but that's fine. You're like, whatever, like I'm a little bit of a go between, and you kind of make it all a cohesive thing that you can kind of get through together, which I think is a cool, like, is something that this show does that I don't think a lot of people appreciate enough. It's like how it does, like you said, Morgan, like it doesn't shy away from, or it doesn't shirk away like any, like some stuff that it doesn't like, which is another reason why we could fucking get Jar Jar. Like
Dark Binks.
Dude.
They trying to figure that out, how to really make that shit go crazy. I'm like, because everything else they bring back, like, I didn't think, and no, like, obviously when Mandalorian came out, we all was like Boba Fett at some point, but like they brought back they made Boba Fett the old man Fett situation, basically at this point, you know. And so
old
like,
man Binks.
It might happen. Like at this point, the only way for you to like take a character that was made to be a comic relief to a certain degree, as far as like how time has treated them, in order to like give them a fucking gritty ass backstory. You got a DC universe they ass.
Yo.
Hey, look, if you take the concept and not the execution, that's what I mean.
Yo, yeah,
Right?
I'm here for it.
Oh my god. Any other predictions over there from anybody?
What do we think? What do we think the type of planet Corvus will be? Dude, jungle planet. I think it's a jungle planet.
Have some Cantina music. That's all I know.
I don't think
Oh
so.
yeah.
No Cantina.
I think it's a jungle planet.
Because it's 2020 and I can't have anything I want. If I don't get one song this whole fucking season.
One Cantina song.
They've been going all the
jizz, man.
I
just need some jizz.
Give my mans what he want, man. Jizz on my mans.
Yeah. No, I think that.
Wait.
I mean, like,
if it's a jungle planet, what if there's a bunch of Ewoks running around?
God, Ewoks aren't on every forest planet.
They could if they
there
wanted to.
There could be an equally cute creature.
I
support an equally cute creature.
At this point, I don't think, because they already got Ewoks in the Rolodex, and they're thinking about all the Funko Pops, so they're going to make a new thing for you to buy.
Right. Except they're going to make it cuter.
Yeah, right. 100%. Yeah, well, I mean, it won't have that fucking, like, it won't have that Warwick Davis, like, double teeth within the mouth.
Oh my god, the mouth inside the mouth.
Occasionally,
oh man.
I just like experienced that memory again, and I was like,
I mean, like, obviously,
movies.
Right. I mean, like the whole, those movies are fucking a lot of fun. Which we also did. We also did a bunch of podcasts on, which you guys should check out our podcast. Watching the Bar podcast. Maddie joined us for one of those episodes. It was a fucking blast. Yeah. And we did a Tarantino episode with Emil, who joined us for the Tarantino episode. You should go check out that stuff. If you like to if you like us yakking about nerd shit.
Only Tarantino.
I would say if you're into Ewoks at all, you should play Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yes,
because Ewok Hunt is the best mode of any Star Wars.
The new one or the old one?
The new one.
So the one with the Gavin car type.
So
cool.
The one where you basically either get to play as a stormtrooper trying to survive the night,
right,
or you're an Ewok trying to fucking stab stormtroopers in the dick. And it's fucking amazing. Like, and it's like a horror movie. So if you're the stormtrooper, you can't see, and your flashlight keeps going out, and you just hear the fucking Ewoks like running at you.
That is crazy as
fuck. If
fuck.
you're an Ewok, you have night vision, and you can like run these fuckers down and throw your little flaming drug pouch at them, knock them out, and then you stab them.
That's how you sell the idea of the Ewoks being a formidable force is their night vision.
That was intense as fuck just now hearing that shit.
It was 100%. It was the dumbest mode where I was like, this is the game. Like it's so ridiculous.
I'm glad I stopped smoking weed to hear that story, man, because that shit would have fucked up my whole high. I would have been. I'm scared, like just hearing the concept of that.
It's
shit.
a horror movie. It's
and it sounds
terrifying.
Sweet.
It's really good.
Yeah, and you got like these little guys with their spears running around trying to fucking like just a.
And the longer it goes on, like the more like players become Ewoks, because like if you die as a stormtrooper, you come back as an Ewok. So you're hunting the other players. It's so
oh my
good.
God! Shout out to the Imperial Mort over here, real quick. Like, do you get to eat them afterwards?
Yeah.
Like roast them
when
on
they
a
roast
spit?
them on a spit, yeah.
I would love it.
That's canon.
Well, shit, that is canon. I mean, well, shit. I mean, like, I think like the reason that we're not bringing Ahsoka up is because it's just a foregone conclusion that she's going to show up. I mean, it's just I do not see.
She's the carrot on the stick at this point. They're like going to keep on like putting her in front of us.
Do you think we're going to get any reference to any of the Rebels people?
Well, you mean like Ezra? I mean Israel,
like Hera or Ezra or Sabine? Not like see them, but maybe like a reference. You know, maybe you see the ghost or something. I don't know.
See. Well, I think it before they kind of, if they dive headlong into it, what they probably will do is she'll be like, well, you know, I had some friends once or something. It might be like a very passing, very kind of opaque like line of dialogue, maybe. Yeah, from Ahsoka, like that people that have seen that show will be like, I know who she's talking about. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
I feel like if Dave Filoni directs the episode, that's possible.
I have a question about Ahsoka and Anakin.
Yes.
Could Ahsoka talk to Anakin as a Force ghost?
Well, if he is a Force ghost canon, so if it's possible, yeah.
Didn't he show up at the Ewok party?
Yeah, in the remastered version.
In the remastered version, yeah.
So can he very well?
It wasn't that exclusive. I showed up at the Ewok party.
No invite.
No.
He's a Force ghost. Can he pop up? Are we going to get an Anakin in?
We could totally get a Hayden Christensen Force ghost.
If we got Hayden Christensen talking to Ahsoka, I would eat my fucking shirt. I want it so bad.
Okay,
I want it. Like, you don't understand. Like I want it. Like I want it so bad. Like
I want it that way.
Yeah.
Because I think because that was something that I remember thinking was a possibility in Rise of Skywalker, where I was just like, well, no, I thought it could have been in the because they were tripping over their own dicks. So
they should have done that shit. They should. Hang on. Let me do my 30-second Rise of Skywalker rant.
Right.
What should have happened is Force Ghost Anakin should have led Ben away from the dark side, and then Ahsoka should have helped Rey, and then they could have had a moment, and then it would have been okay, and then everybody would have been fine. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
No, but I think that it was in the cards, but it definitely could be in the cards. Certainly with Ahsoka, but it would just, but that what that does is then we're gonna have to have a bunch of dialogue talking about my former master and blah blah blah, and
But see, I don't think we need that.
No, I don't think we need shit. I'm just saying that I'm just saying that insofar as they need to do a lot to get there. We don't get Hayden Christensen until season 3 or 4.
No, I'm with you. He's not in this season. Yeah, but
it'd be crazy if he was though.
He needs to be upcoming.
No. And I for one will be saying as known prequel hater. Those movies suck so fucking hard. But
it's just your opinion, man.
No, it is. No, it is only my opinion.
I mean, it's an age. It's generational in age.
It's a
generational. You got a super chat.
No, other people. Other
got
people.
The old people on the top of the chat. The prequel kids down below.
Yeah, totally. No.
And then the prequel kids at the very bottom.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hey, but that's the other thing, dude. Just wait. These fucking kids are going to come up, and the
Oh,
sequel.
not Sebastian Shaw. God damn it.
Like the sequel trilogy is going to come. Like the sequel kids are going to come up, and they're going to be making fun of all of us. So like, just prepare for it, because like Star Wars is for the kids that are made at the time that it comes out, and that is their fucking Star Wars. And
absolutely.
So be prepared for all the fucking like people that are cool with Palpatine coming back, being a fucking fuck machine.
I will fight every single one of those people. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, boomer.
They're coming. They're coming. And their shit is going to be just as valid as any of ours. So like, that's just one thing that we're going to have to like accept. And that's not that we have to accept shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Star Wars is for the children, and that's something.
The only thing I will never
Wu-Tang is for the kids too.
Yeah,
that's true.
I will never concede that animated Yoda is better than puppet Yoda. Like, there is no way you will convince me of that ever.
They're both disgusting.
And I love them for it. And I love them
out
for
in
it.
the trash. Did you know that there's a smaller, cuter one?
I do love that. I do love every time that Morgan just goes in so hard on like old Yoda. It like literally hurts my feelings.
CGI Yoda
also, we got another super chat for some reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna bump it. Don't worry.
CGI Yoda was cute though. CGI Yoda was cute, but like obviously the child is the most adorable. But like
CGI Yoda was like.
He did a backflip and he did like an Indy 900 at one point, dude. What the fuck are we talking about? That's the best Yoda ever, dog. Until they made a sequel called The Child. But fucking 16-year-old Yoda was awesome as fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
He was.
So
He's
for
only
some reason,
for some reason, the genocidal warlord got to become a Force ghost. So theoretically, yeah, she could talk. Yeah, I mean, like, I think it could happen, but they would have
infanticide essentially.
The thing is that for the most part, this show, like the deeper lore stuff is there, but the show is still conducting itself like no one, like you're meeting Bo-Katan for the first time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not trying to like. You don't have to go out and read a bunch of stuff in order to appreciate the story.
Right.
So
they're gonna let you understand it where you are. Yeah.
They got it right. I feel like they got to do a lot more legwork in order to reinstitute Anakin back into the story if they're gonna do some shit like that. But I mean, they could also just be like, fuck it. Like, I don't want to worry about any of that crap. Like, I want to kind of just keep with, for the most part, with these other characters. So we shall see. I think that's it. I think we got it, everybody. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
To kind of see what's going on. I hope we get more Moff Gideon. I hope we get more of all that stuff. I hope we get longer episodes, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like
I want
pretty short.
at least another 50-minute episode. Yeah, that would be nice.
I want two more fucking 50-minute episodes. That's what I would like. But
some of us wake up super early before work to watch it, so I would not hate not having a 50-minute.
You should always just watch it
like,
after work comfortably.
Right.
No, because do you know how hard the Discord goes immediately?
I feel like yours goes on a different language and level, so I believe that.
Like, stay off the internet if you're not going to watch it right away.
I have a spoiler chat where we talk in ROT 13 until about 8 p.m. EST, and I'm just like, I can't, like, I have to know.
Right.
No, I just have to know.
It has to be there. So anyway, we want to tell everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and shit.
Man, Matt and Pat, y'all to go. It's also like it was one other person too, like the Imperial. You ain't crazy.
We stand.
I'm a fan of all y'all dialogue.
Seriously,
y'all make
you guys should start a podcast together.
Please, Pat, Matt, the Imperial Pat and Matt.
And invite me on it.
Yeah,
the Imperial Pat and Matt. Y'all can keep that name right now.
Yeah,
I love it. But anyway, we appreciate everybody who gave us like all the super chats. I think we got through all of them as they kind of came in, and we really do appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for all of that. Join us next week. We're going to be back here every fucking week here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. For the next Mando Money, we're going to have another guest on. It's going to be good. But I do want to give a big shout out to BrokeBoyGamer, a.k.a. it's your boy Emil. Babe,
hey.
tell people where tell people where they can find you, what you're doing on your channel, my dude.
This right here, my favorite part, dog. Outside of all the talking I've been doing, check out your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a motherfucking funny individual. No, I ain't trying to toot my own horn, dog. But check me out on BrokeBoyGamer on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you are on Instagram, no phone finds the link. I'm pretty sure the link will be in the description somewhere. And if you comment, ask for me, I'll comment personally, let you know. But yo, check me out. I also make music. So your boy just out here creating, living my best life, and I appreciate all of y'all for being a part of this journey.
You know what I call that, Emil? I call that a multi-hyphenate.
Hey, thank you, baby girl. Appreciate that. Multifaceted, multi-hyphenate. You know what I'm saying? I do what
coming in under the wire. Maddie, I can't invite you. I am.
You can't. That is a fact. Yo, Pat, you have proved that time and time again, man.
Oh my God. No, but Emil, I do want to say it is awesome to see you, buddy. It's really
we miss you so much.
And I have heard your name many times before this, and I'm happy to put a face and a personality and a voice to the name. I appreciate it so much.
Man, Maddie, you are a queen far, far away from this galaxy that I'm happy to meet. You know what I'm saying? You are amazing. You have like real good energy, real positive vibes, and like you're a fucking icon. I can tell already. So I look forward to everything you do in the future. The Drases, y'all already know that y'all my favorite couple. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love you.
The name's so nice, I get to say it twice. You know what I'm saying? That's and Mr. Tank Top, no matter the time or weather, the most impressive part is the season that you wear a tank top in, dog. You are always, man, you are true to you, man. And I do what I can when I can, if I can. And I'm always happy to be here with y'all, man.
Man,
okay, damn.
That's
how are you gonna follow that?
I don't think we're gonna have a better sign off than that. Other than I appreciate you. I appreciate you, boss. I appreciate you, Maddie, and I appreciate you, Draces, and I appreciate y'all in the chat.
Thank you guys, chat. Thank you so much.
We will see y'all next week. We love you, and you guys take it easy.